Alright, next problem we'll spend a couple minutes discussing is number 23 from out of section 1.5. And in this problem we want to check the limit as x goes to pi by 2 on the function e to the negative tangent of x. Now, as always, take this value x is approaching, put it in place of the x, see if you get an answer that you're okay with. So we have e to the negative tangent of pi over 2. And if you think about tangent of pi over 2, you might remember on the graph of tangent of x, it has an asymptote there. Tangent of pi over 2 is undefined, and what we've just mentioned about expressions that have always been undefined for you in the past, it's because it's going to tend to either infinity or it's going to tend to negative infinity. What we've kind of discovered in this section is we can determine if it's infinity or if it's negative infinity by considering one-sided limits. So I broke this up into two one-sided limits here. I'm going to check the limit as I approach pi by 2 from the bigger side, and the limit as I approach pi by 2 from the smaller side. Same function hasn't changed. What I have over here is I've just kind of reminded myself that tangent of x is equal to sine of x over cosine of x, and I've given myself a little unit circle that will hopefully allow me to evaluate these two one-sided limits. So I'm going to start with the bigger side of pi by 2. I'm going to put a number just slightly bigger than pi by 2 in place of the x. So this is a number just slightly bigger than pi by 2. So on my unit circle, pi by 2 would obviously be right here. If I'm at an angle slightly bigger than pi by 2, I'm up here very close to the y-axis, but slightly into the second quadrant. And if tangent is sine divided by cosine, the x-coordinate here is very tiny, but it is negative. So I have a very, very tiny negative for my value of cosine, and my value of sine would be, about positive 1, very close to positive 1, the y-coordinate at this location in the coordinate plane. So if I have 1, a number that's practically 1, and I divide it by a tiny, tiny negative, then my result is going to be a negative that's really far from 0. So I'm going to end up having e to the, let's see, this is a little tricky because we have a negative here, and our answer here would have been negative infinity, right? A negative that's far, far away from 0. So I'm going to have e to the negative infinity. I'm kind of running out of room here, so let me see if I can rope this off a bit. But e to the negative infinity is the same as e to the infinity, which is infinity. Now on the other side of pi by 2, the smaller side of pi by 2. So I'd have an angle just slightly smaller than pi by 2. That would put me at a point in this area of the unit circle. My x-coordinate is very, very tiny. It's close to 0. So cosine is very close to 0. But now, since I'm in the first quadrant of the coordinate plane, my x-coordinate's positive. So I'd have a small, small positive there. My y-coordinate for sine is still practically 1. So I have 1 divided by a small positive. So my answer is going to be a big, big positive. 1 divided by small positive, positive infinity. So whenever I put my number slightly smaller than pi by 2 in place of this x, we've already evaluated tangent of that value. We get infinity. Now again, we have to be a little careful because we have this extra negative that we're picking up right here. So I'm going to have e to the negative infinity, right? The negative comes from the original function, and then the infinity comes from our answer over here that we were using the unit circle to help us find. And then if you do what we did with one of these in class today, before you evaluate this, use your properties of exponents, get rid of this negative exponent by moving it across the fraction bar, and you can change the sign on the exponent. E to the infinity is infinity. 1 divided by infinity is 0. So on the bigger side of pi by 2, we end up with an answer of infinity for this limit. On the smaller side of pi by 2, we end up with an answer of 0 for this limit. So the original limit, just as we approach pi by 2, this one is going to not exist. It's a does not exist answer, not because this was undefined, not because tangent of pi by 2 was undefined. It does not exist for the limit because these two one-sided limits definitely did not equal each other. So I hope this helped. We'll talk some more about this in class tomorrow. Come see me before or after school if you have any questions.